Right, hey guys, how are we doing? Back with another video from Geekdom 101, and we're going to be checking out Gohan Beast versus Gogeta Blue. Who is stronger? So Gohan Beast is the new form that Gohan goes under in the Dragon Ball Superhero movie, and I reckon they're going to go off Gogeta Blue in Broly. I have a feeling Gohan Beast is stronger, just based off of Chuck's recent video, which was covering how strong Cell Max is. But let's see what Geekdom thinks, shall we?
Who is
here we go.
more powerful? Is it Gohan Beast
I
from
think
Dragon
so.
Ball Superhero?
Yeah.
Or is it Gogeta Blue from Dragon Ball Super Broly? On today's video, we're going to examine all
How are
of
they
the
going to scale this? This is going to be
evidence
interesting.
via the two films, via Toriyama interviews and statements made to determine which of these heroes, which of these conquerors of the previous two theatrical Dragon Ball movies is the most powerful. The debate has been going on. Today, we're going to try and put an end to it once and for all. So today we're going to be talking about Gohan Beast versus Gogeta Blue, the victors of Dragon Ball Superhero and Dragon Ball Super Broly respectively. This video is a sequel to the video we did covering Gogeta Blue versus Ultra Instinct Goku a few years ago. So joining me once again to discuss this, two subject matter experts. I got, first of all, I want to introduce longtime contributor MJ.
Okay.
What's up, man?
What's going on? I'm glad to be back. My first Dragon Ball video in over a year, actually.
Cool.
Has it really been that long?
Yeah, I've really went into the whole editor role, so I'm back to be on. So thank you.
Well, it's our first movie in a long time, and then joining me.
Yes, let's go.
I'm very happy to have him back on the channel because we always
let's go.
put together good stuff, and he's always got something to say. So please welcome back Daddy Seth, the programmer. What's up, man?
Yo, good to have me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good to have me.
Hope you're all doing well in the comments. Might have a good video, I reckon.
I hope so. So this movie, man, Dragon Ball Superhero, you know, the build-up, then we got the new Gohan form, Toriyama saying some
Piccolo
stuff
Orange.
he always says. What I want to ask y'all about is, okay, we're going to be comparing Gohan Beast, the final Gohan that we saw in the movie, who pretty much beat Cell Max with like three hits. It was the kid.
Yeah, it was weakened,
blasted him with the beam cannon / Makanko Sapo in his weak spot. So that is something to talk about. Versus Gogeta Blue. Now, the Gogeta Blue I want to talk about is the one in the Broly movie.
Right,
We're not talking about a hypothetical Gogeta Blue after the Granola arc, because we know that Dragon Ball Superhero was written before the Granola arc was written, even though it takes place after. So there's a lot of really weird, contradictory stuff going on. There's a lot of room for confusion. I cannot even blame the fandom for being confused on this one because, you know, when the anime returns, maybe they'll fix all this.
Yeah, please.
In order. But right now, as it stands, this movie, although it takes place after
the Granola,
it was written before. So does that factor into how y'all do your calculations?
I mean, so as of the day we're recording this, it's August 6th. Goku just used like True Ultra Instinct or whatever against Granola and Gas and all them. So we haven't actually gotten to like any time skip where Trunks and Goten and all them are like all grown up and like teenaged or whatever. Yeah, so with that movie being written before it actually happened in the manga is kind of interesting. So I mean, if we're gonna scale it, I mean, we just gotta have to take it like as a hypothetical, like it just hypothetically is just taking place after anything after this arc, no matter what happens. I don't know if the manga is just gonna have like a panel where it's like, oh, while they were doing that, Gohan fought Cell Max, he returned, and like it's gonna be like a single panel, like they did with Frieza or Broly or something. But yeah, with that out of the way, I mean, we just gotta go over what the point of the movie is, I think, and I think the point of the superhero, like a big point of it, and maybe you can
give Gohan like, you know,
a lot of it is to kind of rekindle that spark that Gohan had in the Cell games. You know what I mean? And
definitely, that is definitely what it's about.
To catch Piccolo and Gohan up with everybody else, we've got Goku with UI, Vegeta with UE, which he didn't have when the movie was written. And everybody had their own sort of power-ups, you know, even Blue Evolution. Yeah, it's to make Gohan relevant again.
Yeah, definitely.
Why they did it, man. And it was a total business move from Akio. People don't know this, but the real guy in charge of Dragon Ball is not Toriyama, even though on paper it is. It's Akio. Akio's the one that brings them the ideas, and Toriyama shapes them.
Oh, right,
He's
okay.
the marketing guy, so it was a total marketing move.
With that in mind, you gotta kind of like think about it. You know, why at the very beginning of the movie, you know, Pan is like, "Wow, was Papa really, you know, stronger than Goku and Vegeta?" Like, actually, you know, so you can kind of see like this theme that is gonna be like the Cell games. You know, Gohan was the strongest. And, you know, it's starting up with, wow, were you really stronger than them? And so by the end of the movie, the whole point
He
is,
must
like,
be...
he was, and
he is.
like, kind of doing that again, right? So, like, when he does, like, the Beast Gohan thing, and Piccolo and all them are like, man, Goku and Vegeta probably couldn't even handle that. That's supposed to be like, okay, this is, like, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. This is Gohan showing his daughter, like,
I'm
he really
back,
was,
baby.
like, that guy when he got down to it back in the day. So... do I think he's actually probably stronger than like Goku and Vegeta at the time? Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, due to the timing of the movie, that means probably stronger than True Ultra Instinct and all that stuff. Like,
apparently so.
What happens now? But yeah, it gets a little bit crazier because obviously Gogeta Blue isn't Goku and Vegeta. You know what I mean? So that's a whole different discussion. But this is where it gets a little bit funky. So. As you know, with most movies, there's promotional material. Now, with this movie, the promotions were really weak.
Yeah, they didn't do very well promoting this film. Like
pieces that are pretty much kind of like answer this whole thing for me. So the first one is obviously there are scans from B-Jump and stuff like that. It says, you know, Gohan versus Cell Max is the strongest battle and history is imminent.
What they always say every time something new happens.
Yep. There's another one, Strongest Battle in History. It's the strongest battle movie, of course. In this work, the Super Warriors will unfold a ridiculously fierce, strongest battle. So, like all of the promo material is just like, yes, this is the ultimate.
The ultimate big.
The top of the line. There's
no fight is more important. No one is better than these.
If you want to take the promotional material, Gogeta loses, right? Because Gogeta fought Broly. But there's some other weird statements, which is there's a statement that's sort of contradictory to that, where there's a statement about Cell Max not being complete. You guys remember this too? Where Cell Max is stated, you know, because he wasn't completed or his brain wasn't all there, you know, wasn't able to control his power too well, and then it's stated if he was completed, even Broly couldn't defeat him. And it's like, you know, thinking back on that, even Broly, like, doesn't that mean, you know, Gogeta Blue would just kind of, like, uppercut, you know, Cell Max? But, I mean, Broly's been, like, potentially training, but apparently his training is weird, so, I mean, it could be, like, some post...
It was cool that he tries to power up and Goku's like, whoa!
Training boost that he got, or... You could also make the argument that I believe there was a statement that if Broly had his powers under control, Gogeta Blue also would have been able to fight him. So, you know, maybe Broly is just like this ultimate force of the verse. We just haven't seen him yet.
We haven't witnessed it.
Well, the thing is, when it comes to, like, you know, just amateur in my head calculations, Broly went from fighting Vegeta in that film base, and then God, and then Blue, and was able to overcome, by the end of the film, 2 Super Saiyan Blues, Goku and Vegeta individually, and then Gogeta had to beat him. But if you go back and watch that fight, and everybody out there, go back and watch that fight, Gogeta at no point is in any kind of danger. Gogeta tries for the first half of the fight to use ki attacks, doesn't really work well, so then he switches over to hard, blunt force trauma shots to Broly's gut, and that was strategically the way to beat him. But either way, there's no point where Gogeta's bleeding, there's no cuts, there's no...
Yeah, he doesn't take any damage.
He doesn't even sell the whole fight. So you can make the argument Gogeta Blue's just pretty much just toying with him in one way or another. Now, the same thing happened with Gohan and Cell Max. We've got Cell Max throwing an uppercut for like a giant, and then Gohan just laughs at him and says, "Is that all you got?"
Yeah, he does actually. I forgot about that. He just stands there, takes the punch, and he's like,
we don't even know final Gohan or Gohan Beast, like, it hasn't even been tested yet. And with Gogeta Blue, we determined that in the last video we did about this similar topic, that UI Goku is stronger than Gogeta Blue. A lot of that has to do with the fusion time limit. So I guess if they were to do a Gohan Beast versus Gogeta Blue fight, Gohan could just outlast the fusion, but Gogeta's also got incredible speed. But I feel like we know for sure that Gohan Beast is probably stronger than Super Saiyan Blue, which means he's probably somewhere in between SS Blue and Broly. Again, we're not counting like Granola or Moro, just around the movies. And but the question is, could Gohan actually be stronger than the fusion? Because
I reckon so.
I think fusion is underrated and at the same time overrated, depending on who you ask. Because I think the fact that Goku and Vegeta, Broly chewed through their ki blasts like nothing in that movie, and then Gogeta shows up and just smacks him around. That, to me, shows... I mean, the same thing with Majin Buu and Vegito and Goku and Vegeta back then. And we've always seen this, where when the fusion happens, you're history.
Mm-hmm.
So, is there a right way to calculate whether or not Gohan really is that much stronger than Gogeta? And if he is, would it be an easy fight for him, or would it be a difficult fight? I also feel like the martial arts mentality of Goku and Vegeta is superior to Gohan's. They're real fighters, whereas Gohan's a fighter scholar. So, I'm going to ask MJ first, then go to Seth. What do you think?
I think it's interesting, the picture of Goku and Vegeta fusing, going blue as Gogeta, throwing a punch, and then Gohan possibly tanking it. That just looks funny to me. I don't know. But, But I think an interesting way to kind of look at this would be the Gammas. Correct me if I'm wrong or not, because isn't there a statement, I don't know if this is mistranslated or not, that...
The Piccolo statement?
Yeah, aren't they also directly compared to Goku and Vegeta?
Piccolo states that, but also you have to remember the last time that Piccolo saw Goku and Vegeta was a tournament of power. Now, we're talking about the manga, the
saw him in the Moro arc,
because Gohan and Piccolo are in that arc. That's where things get confused. There is no canon, folks. Don't even try to argue it, because it doesn't make no sense. But the debate in the fandom I've seen is, did Piccolo mean Goku and Vegeta in base, or did he mean Goku and Vegeta in Blue Evolution /UI?
He doesn't really. It's not very clear, is he?
Which form, and that's why these things are difficult to figure out. And you guys do your scaling videos and your scaling discussions, but it can't be that easy because it's too vague.
Yeah, that's very vague, I guess.
I'll say this, and you guys can completely disagree with me or dismantle my argument if y'all want, but if you wanted to really highball Gohan Beast, then you could say something along the lines of Piccolo was awake during the moment where Goku unleashed his avatar against Moro, Planet Moro. And if he's saying that these Gammas at their full capabilities are comparable to a Goku and to a Vegeta, and then Orange Piccolo smacked them.
Bro, that is a hard... Bro, that's a hard nut to swallow, like Ric Flair once said. That's a hard nut to swallow. A lot of people are not going to accept that.
No.
People will not... Fandom is not going to accept that, even though I like where you're going with it.
Yeah.
If you go off that hypothetical, like, high ball for Orange Piccolo, then the logical side of me would have to assume that Gohan Beast would probably beat Gogeta Blue from 2 movies or 2 arcs ago or whatever. Like, I would have to assume that, but,
Yeah. I mean, I think a way, like, if you were to look at it, like, the whole narrative thing I was kind of, like, establishing earlier, where it's, like, the Cell games and all of that, based on, Piccolo's statements of the Gammas, I'd actually go on a limb and say that, that the Gammas are supposed to be Goku and Vegeta in the movie. Like, that is actually supposed to be. Yeah, so...
Well, which form?
It would just be like, they're just kind of like these weird, like, almost avatars of, like, Goku and Vegeta being there, and then, like, Gohan showing them up. I have a theory that
that's
they
interesting.
Didn't really want anyone in the movie to transform except for Piccolo and Gohan, which is why even Gotenks doesn't transform.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
So they didn't want Goku and Vegeta to be there to make, Gohan...
They didn't even transform him when they were sparring,
them instead of Gohan when
they would hog the spotlight, is what you're saying.
Yeah. So that's why even Gotenks didn't go Super Saiyan. Even when Broly was transforming on Beerus' planet, he got stopped short. Goku and Vegeta just so happened to fight only in base form.
Yeah.
Like, all right, okay. But so that's just my theory. I think the Gammas are supposed to represent Goku and Vegeta.
Like a narrative wall, kind of.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, because there's 2 of them.
So I think that them being the same strength as Goku and Vegeta, probably at full power, and then Gohan and Piccolo like kind of outdoing them is supposed to be like that callback to them like kind of outdoing Goku that Pan suggested he could. But like, I mean, just going back to like Gogeta scaling, the thing with Gogeta is that his scaling is just very vague.
There's not much you can go on, just the Broly fight.
If you compared like Gogeta's scaling to like Vegito, you know, in the manga, how they're like, oh, you know, Goku Black Arc Vegeta is like Beerus level, and then if you said Gogeta had the same multiplier, he'd be stronger than Beerus by a ton, and all of that stuff, and then you'd say, you know, he's still stronger than like the Ultra Instinct fighters in this like gas fight or something. But even then, that's just BS. Like we know Vegito is stronger. You know what I mean? Like that was proven like for like 18 years before that whole random they're equal trump cards bullshit came out. You know?
Amen.
Amen. But you know what I mean? Yeah, but with that out of the way, I think Gogeta scaling is just way too vague.
Yeah, it's
I think
hard.
the statements, you know, Gohan's the strongest fight in history, as you know, cringe as that sounds, you know, he's stronger than like potentially true Ultra Instinct, Avatar Susanoo Goku. You know, that Moro who absorbed an angel. You know what I mean? Like, and not only that, but apparently Cell Max is stronger than them. And Cell Max, he punches Gohan and it doesn't make him flinch. Like he just literally, it doesn't even go through his aura. You know, I'm just saying, I've never seen Gogeta do anything like that. And when Gogeta fought Broly, and I think this is actually going to end the video. I don't know. It took me a while to get to this point for some reason. But you know, when you look at Gogeta versus Broly, yeah, Gogeta is, you know, he's handling him. But you know, they're still clashing here or there. You know, Broly's still handling hits from him.
Yeah.
All this stuff. But you know that Goku in the start of the Granola arc is stated to be the strongest in the universe. Meaning Goku in the Granola arc is stronger than Broly.
Right.
And then not only that, he gets multiple forms after that. He gets true Ultra Instinct, which can completely just dominate, foderize himself in Ultra Instinct. So he can foderize Broly. And then you're telling me Cell Max is allegedly that level somehow, and then
ridiculous.
And Gohan's just standing there like the Terminator, like when he gets punched by it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be real. I don't see Gogeta doing anything.
Yeah.
So and as it's stupid. It's based on like promotional material, a lot of weird scaling because Gogeta's just so vague and.
Yeah, but you take Cell Max into consideration and who beat him.
About it, you know what I mean? As lame as it sounds.
Well,
going off of what you said, Seb, it's funny to me because it's like that would just the picture of like Orange Piccolo just like throwing around Giga Chad gas, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly, dude. Gohan. Imagine if Gohan and Orange Piccolo were there instead of Goku and Vegeta right now. That probably wouldn't be so difficult, I guess.
It would be, yeah. Well, Universe 7 is insanely powerful. There is one last aspect of this I want to discuss, and that is the fact that Cell Max had a weak spot. Because I've always wondered, okay, obviously there was absolutely no damage that Cell Max could have done to Gohan when he reached that form.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest with you, I find it really... in Dragon Ball Z, when Gohan had that internal power because he's a hybrid or whatever, that was explained going all the way back to DBZ episode like 3 or 4. Like that's something that was hinted at for years.
A long time, yeah.
And it was built upon for a long time.
Yes. So here we have a situation where you have Goku and Vegeta training with literal high-tier gods for months and months and months and years, and Gohan just gets mad one day and suddenly overcomes all the work that they've done. I don't know if I like that as a fan, but again, that's Dragon Ball. So here's what I want to talk about. That's the weak spot on Cell Max's forehead. So, do you think if he had no weak spot, if they had to duke it out like Gohan had to destroy him the old-fashioned way,
He probably would have been able to.
Gohan would have still won.
Yeah.
But I wonder how easy it would have been because he did have Orange Piccolo there to hold Cell Max while he blasted him with the Makanko Sapo.
I mean, it was just weird. I mean, the way I'd imagine it, I mean, just remember what happened with Gohan versus the Cell Juniors. You know, like when they tried to flap away.
Absolutely annihilates them.
It just didn't phase them at all.
Yep.
So, I mean, I don't think it would be hard. Like, okay, maybe it was easier, like, for Piccolo and them to be like, yo, shoot him in the head. And he's like, oh, really? Will he just die if I hit him in the head? You know, but I don't think, like, that Gohan wouldn't try to just vaporize his whole body. Either, I mean, he literally has fought Cell in the past and knew he could regenerate. So, I mean, if he's actually a Giga Brain Scholar...
Yeah, he's smart enough to figure it out, and come on. Yeah.
He should probably, like, assume, okay, this guy is, like, Cell. He's just big and crazy, so I probably still have to vaporize his whole body. And I think if he just thinks of it that way, he'd still, like, win.
Also, a good point to bring up is he literally stood there right in front of Cell Max as he charged up that big ass attack, which looked like.
By the way, that was
bigger than
crazy. It
the
was like as big as a
Yeah.
continent. That was
It was
crazy.
big.
It was so sick.
It seemed fine, so I don't think like he was really sweating it whatsoever.
And I will say this, I love how they tried to, so the scene where Gogeta and Broly cracked the dimensional fabric was like a big deal for all of us who have been wanting to see that for a long time. And it was like a drug trip. I remember Sean Schemmel, before the movie came out, told me on the phone, he's like, dude, if you've got like any kind of like, dyslexia or any kind of, seizures or anything like that, be real careful. Epilepsy, yeah. And then this movie takes that where Gohan's on the mountaintop charging up, and it's like we're seeing all these different colors, green, red, purple. It's like a barrage of colors, like a kaleidoscope, and I'm like, man, they really wanted to top it. And they did, and
It was cool.
when I saw that, I don't know about you guys, when I first saw that final scene of the movie, I was just like, I didn't know what to say. I was just like, what is this,
Yeah,
bro?
it was so sick. So sick.
It's like it's almost like it was written by like a 5-year-old, but for some reason it works. I don't know why.
They literally made Gohan Blanco canon, like versus El Dorado. Like, I don't know what else to say, bro.
El Hermanos. All right. Before we get out of here, MJ, do you have any final thoughts
The
on
tequila.
Gogeta? Right now, it seems like the way that Gohan's been promoted, it seems like Gohan Beast would defeat Gogeta.
Yeah, I reckon he would. Like.
Do you have any final thoughts on that? And also, one more question. What about a Gogeta Blue after Granola, where you have True Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego Vegeta making the ultimate fusion? You and I talked about that in the video a few months ago. That would probably be a much tougher fight for Gohan.
I mean, I don't think anyone would hurt me if I were to say that Gogeta would probably win, but I don't know.
Yeah,
if Gohan's like the
Gogeta.
strongest in
Not only
history.
is it Gogeta Blue, it's like true Ultra
It's
Instinct
True
Gogeta.
Ultra Instinct with God of Destruction abilities.
Yeah, like, nah, bro.
Game
I don't
over.
see.
Yeah,
I
I'd give it that one.
Gohan winning that one. Yeah.
I think that Gogeta would have probably just flicked Cell Max's nipple and his whole body would have like disintegrated.
No, you remember Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta when he just did like the blink? Like,
Yeah.
just blink, you just vaporize him.
He hurt him with his eyes, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyways, I'll leave a link to Seth's channel. You guys probably already are subscribed. You should check it out. And MJ, of course, it's a pleasure to have you guys back. Let us know in the comments. We'll see you next time.
Cool. Yeah. Gohan Beast has got that. Like, definitely. You just take. I'm glad I checked out Chuck's video on Cell Max first. But yeah, like, Cell Max is so powerful. You take the Gammas, what they're meant to be, and how strong they are, then Cell Max is more than that. And then, yeah. That was a really good video. That was really good. I really, really liked that. And yeah, go see the movie if you haven't. It's decent. It's not amazing, but it does have its moments. I really liked it. So yeah, thank you to my patrons. If you want to have your name at the end of every video I upload, link in the description to the Patreon page. $1 a month is all I ask to help support the channel. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you guys very much for that. Thank you all for watching. What do you guys think of that? What do you guys think of this? Click like, subscribe if you haven't already, leave comments down below. Let me know what I should watch and discuss in future videos. I'll see you guys, all you guys, next time.